I don't remember what day of the week it was, or even when it was, but once upon a time, Jeffrey Michael Meckler, it's not his actual name, came up to me and told me he's going to attempt to marry my sister. And with a big smile, I immediately turned it into an adventure. And I called up Jacob Wells, he's sitting there in the back. Neighbor or friend. And I told him we're gonna dig a 5-foot hole in the beach, and because that's where he was gonna propose to her, that's their favorite place to be, the beach.
Yosef, too close.
And I decided I was gonna, with Jacob Wells, sit in this 5-foot ditch hole that we were gonna dig with shovels that we stole from the mikveh building. And we would videotape the entire proposal. So we got to the beach 2 hours early with our shovels, sunflower seeds, cherry Coke, and music. And we got to work. And while we're sitting in this ditch, this hole, I texted Jeff. And I texted him the coordinates of where the proposal would look best on camera. And then we sat there with my camera and we waited. After some time of waiting, they finally came down the crickety little wooden steps that lead to the shore of the beach. Their shoes in their hand, cute as can be. And me and Jacob over here, we were safe from sight, hidden in this ditch. No one could see us. Hashem couldn't even see us. And after they walked and talked for a little bit, Jeff got down on a knee, and boom, he was a part of the family. This video that I took was Mamish Spielberg. It was golden footage. And then this part I usually don't like to talk about, but on the car ride home, I accidentally deleted this video. The piano guy likes that one. But after being in shock for the next few hours and wanting to stick things in my eyeballs, I came to a conclusion that it wasn't so bad. Because sometimes a moment so precious, like Jeff's proposal, doesn't have to be captured on film. Because when the moment is so magical, you don't need to watch it with your own eyes to feel it again. You can just naturally feel it. And that's what Shauna and Jeff had. And if you don't believe it, you have me and Jacob Wells as eyewitnesses. Now, in request to the most wonderful Zaidi in the whole wide world and universe, I'd like to share with you some words of Torah, straight from Eretz Yisrael. It's a Jewish minhag to give the wife a ring. Ever thought about why? No. Now, we learn from some place in Gemara, I cannot tell you where it is, even if you gave me the Gemara, we learn from this Gemara that a man must give his wife an object of great value. And this is learned. Learned. Is it learned or learned? Learned. It's official, it's learned. It's learned from this Gemara. It's learned about the ring from the burial of Sarah. What? What? Now that's the question that is quite the brain boggle. The brain boggle. How in the world is the process of getting married and the burial of Sarah, how are they related? Well, I'm glad you asked. When Abraham rejected the free offer of the Marat HaMachpelah, which is the cave you would bury her in, and agreed to pay 400 coins instead, which is an insane amount of money, especially back then. Ephron Hachiti, the seller of the cave, thought to himself, I just ripped Abraham off like no other. But here's the beauty in the story and the connection to marriage. After the sale, Avram thought in his head, wow, I just bought the place where I get to bury my wife for only 400 coins. Now I really ripped him off. And that's how all people should feel when they get married. Not that I have any experience. I get to spend the rest of my life together with this person for in return, just a little ring. And like this, Jeff and Shauna, you should always say to yourself, wowee, I am ripping them off. Because along with Hashem and our parents, there is nothing as important as one spouse. Jeff, Shauna, you should always feel the privilege of being married to each other, and you should always look up to each other's greatness, as if you were being ripped off. Thank you, Mazal Tov.